Condo prices just rolled back to window levels. Is this the buying window everyone has been waiting for? What's up, everyone? George Chan here. Thanks for stopping by. Stick with me for a few minutes and you'll find out what the Tri-Cities real estate market means for you. As always, a quick like and subscribe is the best way to support the channel and stay updated on the market. Let's talk prices. The benchmark price in August for a typical condo was $723,000 in Port Moody, $703,000 in Coquitlam, and $617,000 in Port Coquitlam. Compared to last year, condo prices are down across the Tri-Cities, 3.5% in Port Moody, 5.3% in Coquitlam, and 4.8% in Port Coquitlam. In fact, prices have rolled back to levels we saw in spring 2024 or even winter 2023. Here's some good news for buyers. Condos sold below asking in August. Buyers saved 3.5% off asking in Port Coquitlam, 2.5% in Port Moody, and 2.4% in Coquitlam. How much savings is that? Take a $700,000 condo listing, for example. A buyer would have saved $24,500 if this condo listing was in Port Coquitlam. In Port Moody, that's $17,500 in savings. In Coquitlam, that's $16,800 saved. Compared to last year, sellers across the board are giving more wiggle room in the asking price. This spring was the tightest market for condos, but since then, the gap between list and sale price has widened. So sales slowed down in August. Coquitlam led with 68 sales. Port Moody had 22 and Port Coquitlam had 18. All three cities dipped compared to July. Year over year, though, Coquitlam was down 27.7%, Port Coquitlam down 21.7%, and Port Moody down 4.3%. Listings also came down from July. Coquitlam had 551, Port Coquitlam had 128, and Port Moody 127. But compared to last year, inventory is way up 25% in Coquitlam, 45.5% in Port Coquitlam, and 46% in Port Moody. It looks like the summer plateau in listings is now behind us. Let's move on to our next key metric, the percentage of condo listings that actually sold. In August, 17.3% of Port Moody condos, 14.1% of Port Coquitlam, and 12.3% of Coquitlam listings sold. That's a slowdown from July across the board. But how quickly were these condos selling? Coquitlam was the quickest at 18 days. Port Coquitlam took 22 days. Port Moody wasn't far behind at 25 days. Still under a month across the board, but longer than the 13-day pace we saw in March. So, which market are condos in right now? Across the Tri-Cities, the sales to active listings ratio sit between 12 and 20%, which is in balanced territory. But Port Moody leans closer to sellers while Coquitlam leans closer to buyers. That's still down from last August when all three were in seller's market. Downward pressure has brought it down to a balanced market, but the pressure has eased since April. Okay, what does this all mean? Buyers, if you are a first-time buyer, investor, or a downsizer coming down from a bigger home, this is a balanced window of opportunity. Prices are lower than last year. There is wiggle room in the asking price, and inventory is up compared to last summer. You have more choices and less competition. Take your time to shop, negotiate, and secure your first home with confidence. Sellers, your condo is in balanced territory. With more listings and slower sales, standing out is going to matter a lot. Pricing sharp and showing well is going to be a good approach to getting your condo sold in a crowded market. If you are upsizing, moving up from a condo to a bigger home, you may need to accept a lower price on your condo sale. But don't forget, you'll also benefit on your next purchase. There is wiggle room in the townhome and detached home asking prices too, So these savings can help lower the overall cost to move up. If you are exiting your condo investment, this is not the time to test high prices. Depending on where your condo is, the sales ratios may not work in your favor. So if you need to sell, pricing ahead of the curve will get your condo sold before the market conditions soften further. So I hope this video gave you a clear picture of the market. If you're ready to take the next step, let's connect. My contact details is in the description box below. And if you're feeling generous, a like, a share, and a subscribe would be a massive help for the channel. Thanks for tuning in. George Chan here. See you in the next one.